ආයිබෝන් දුවල පුතාලා 2022 අවුරුද්දේ right 2022 අවුරුද්දට හරියන 2023 ජනවාරි ප්‍රවර්තන විභාගය සඳහා සූදානම් වෙන දුවල පුතාලා වෙනුවෙන් වීඩියෝ සීරීස් එකක් කරන්න කියලා හිතුවා. මොකද මේක මගේ ක්ලාසස් එක දරුවන් ගිල්ලීම සහ එයාලටත් එක්කම සහ ලංකාව පුරා වෙන දුවල පුතාලා සපෝට් එකක් දෙන්නම කරන්න කියලා හිතුවේ. මම බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ ගොඩක්ම එක්සෑම් එක ගොඩාක් ළඟ නිසා ක්වෙස්චන්ස් ටිකක් ඩිස්කස් කරන්න තමයි theory points ගොඩක් දරුවෝ දැන් දන්නවා ඔක්කොම කම්ප්ලීට් කරගෙන ඉන්නේ කියලා හිතනවා. එතකොට මොන හරි පුතාලා theory points වල ගැටලු තියෙනවා නම් ඒවා ක්ලියර් කරගන්න ප්‍රොපර් ක්වෙස්චන් එකක් ඩිස්කස් කරාම Taman දන්නේ නැති දෙයක් ඇප්ලයි කරන්න කොහොමද theory එක දැනගත්ත උනත් ඒක ඇප්ලයි කරන්න කොහොමද කියලා පුතාලා පොඩි අයිඩියා එකක් ගන්න පුළුවන් විදිහට තමයි මේ වීඩියෝ එක දාන්න කියලා හිතුවේ. ඉතින් මේක සිංහල මීඩියම් එක මම දැන් දාලා තියෙන්නේ ඒක අප්ලෝඩ් කරන්න යවලා තියෙන්නේ. එතකොට මේක තමයි ඉංග්‍රීසි මීඩියම් එක අපි බලමු කොහොමද මේක කරන්න කියලා. පුතාලා මෙහෙමයි. දැන් ඔයගොල්ලෝ මෙතන ඉංග්‍රීසි මීඩියම් දරුවෝ තමයි මේ වීඩියෝ එක බලන්න කියලා මම හිතනවා. එතකොට යාළුවටයි තව අනිත් දරුවන්ටයි සපෝට් එකක් වෙන්න විදිහට තමයි මේ වීඩියෝ එක මම කරන්නේ. පුතාලට මොනවා හරි ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවා නම් ඔයාලට ඕන විදිහට මගේ ප්‍රශ්න අහන්න පුළුවන්. මේක දැන් මම එක්ස්ප්ලেইন කරන්න යනකොට ඔයාලට ගොඩාක් ප්‍රශ්න එන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ ප්‍රශ්න අහන්න මම WhatsApp නම්බර් එකක් දෙනවා. ඒ නම්බර් එකට WhatsApp කරලා හරි නැත්නම් කමෙන්ට් එකේ කමෙන්ට් සෙක්ෂන් කමෙන්ට් එකක් විදිහට හරි ඔයාලට මේ ප්‍රශ්න ටික අහන්න පුළුවන්. ඒක ඇතුළක් කරගන්න එපා. මට පුළුවන් සපෝට් එක මම දෙන්නම්. මොකද මේ අවුරුද්ද එක්සෑම් කරන දරුවන්ට තාමත් පොඩි කාලයක් නේ. ටෆ් පීරියඩ් එකක අපි දැන් ඉන්නේ. ඉතින් ඔයාලට ලකුණක් දෙකක් හරි වැඩි කරගෙන මේ එක්සෑම් එකෙන් තමන් රයිට් ඉන්න තැනට වඩා තව කීයක් හරි ලකුණු වැඩි කරගෙන ඊට වඩා හොඳ ග්‍රේඩ් එකක් ගන්න ලැබෙන තමයි මේ සපෝට් එක. ඉතින් පුතාලා මේකත් එක්ක වැඩ කරන්න තියෙන විදිහට පොඩ්ඩක් අහලා රයිට් මේ කියන දේ ටික තේරුම් අරගෙන ඒක කරන්න. මේක පුතාලට හෙල්ප් එකක් වෙනවා මිසක් රයිට් ඩිස්ඇඩ්වාන්ටේජ් එකක් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. මේක ඇඩ්වාන්ටේජ් එකක් ඔයාලගේ ඉංග්‍රීසි එක්සෑම් එකට අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම ඇඩ්වාන්ටේජ් එකක්. ඒක නිසා ඒකට හරි අවධානය යොමු කරලා බලන්න right. ඒකට පුතාලට ක්වෙස්චන්ස් තියෙනවා නම් ඔයාලට ක්වෙස්චන්ස් අහන්න පුළුවන්. කිසිම ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ. නොතේරෙන ඔයාලට හිතනවා මෙන්න මේ theory point එකම ගන්නේ ඒ ටික තව චුට්ටක් දැනගන්න ඕනේ. ඒකෙන් පොඩි ඩිස්කෂන්ස් ටිකක් තිබ්බනම් හොඳයි කියලා හිතනවා නම් ඒක මට මෙසේජ් එකක් විදිහට දෙන්න. කිසි ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ. මට පුළුවන් විදිහට මම උතරට හෙල්ප් එක දෙන්නම්. right මම ක්වෙස්චන් එක මම මෙතන දාන්නම් පුතාලට ස්ක්‍රීන් ෂෙයා කරන්න. පුතාලා ඒක බලන්න ස්ක්‍රීන් ෂෙයා කරාම කියලා බලන්න right මම දැන් ඔයාලට පේරානේ. right read the question first and read sentences wise and capture the main important words given in each sentence. When you read the first sentence, metal loss consists of the copper 2 sulfide and iron 2 sulfide as a chemical component of the commercial imports. So the main two important words given in the first sentence is the name of the two components. Copper 2 sulfide iron and iron 2 sulfide. In order to find the percentage of copper, iron and sulfur by mass in mass, the following experimental procedure was used. So now you can clear. In our first question, we have a sample containing copper 2 sulfide and iron 2 sulfide. Copper 2 sulfide containing copper 2 plus and sulfide. Iron 2 sulfide containing iron 2 plus and sulfide. Question asked to calculate mass percentage of iron, copper and sulfur. You need to calculate mass percentages of iron, copper and sulfur. In the second paragraph, the procedure is given. 1.00 grams of the sample salt was heated with concentrated nitric acid. Right? So here is the sample. First reaction taken with concentrated nitric acid. Till the sulfide ions were oxidized to sulfate ions and the ferrous ion were oxidized to ferric iron. So here you have a sample. The total mass given as 1.000 grams. containing copper 2 sulfide and iron 2 sulfide. First reaction taken with concentrated nitric acid. Concentrated nitric acid and heat. When the first reaction, all sulfide converted to sulfate. All sulfide here converted to sulfate. And iron 2 plus converted to iron 3 plus. So iron 2 plus converted to iron 3 plus means positivity increase. Positivity of the oxidation numbers get increased. Therefore, this one is oxidation. Sulfide. When sulfide converts to sulfate, here minus 2 oxidation number, here plus 6 oxidation number. Again, positivity of the oxidation numbers get increased. Therefore, this one also oxidation. So both iron 2 plus and get oxidized. In nitric acid, nitrogen in plus 5 oxidation state. Maximum oxidation number of the nitrogen is plus 5. So already it's taken in nitric acid. Therefore, depleted nitric acid should reduce. Right? From these three, we have two cations and one anion. That is copper 2 plus and iron 2 plus and sulfide. Both sulfide and iron 2 plus can oxidize, but copper 2 plus cannot because copper has only 2. Right? Copper has only 2 oxidation numbers, plus 1 and plus 2. Plus 1 and plus 2. Maximum oxidation number of the copper is plus 2. So copper 2 sulfide. In the copper 2 sulfide sample, copper already takes a plus 2 oxidation number. Therefore, copper cannot increase its positivity more, right? Further. So it cannot oxidize here. That's why copper 2 plus remaining as copper during the first reaction. So after the reaction with concentrated nitric acid, we have sulfate, iron 3 plus and copper 2 plus. Copper 2 plus. Then the resulting solution was filtered to remove rocky impurities and the filter rate was diluted with distilled water to make the solution S of total volume 250 cubic centimeters. So in distilled water, the total volume of the solution becomes 250 cubic centimeters. Now we have sulfate iron 3 iron, and copper 2 plus iron. At 25.00 cubic centimeters, portion of the solution S was measured. Right. Then we separate. Right? Separate 25 cubic centimeters of sample. Right. Of the solution is. Still it contains sulfate, SO4 2 minus, iron 3 plus, and copper 2 plus. The substance, right, and the acidified with diluted, right? So 25.00 cubic centimeter portion of solution was measured, acidified with dilute nitric acid, and excess of barium chloride solution was added. So then after separating 25 cubic centimeter of the solution from the initial solution, then the second reaction take with the excess barium chloride acidified with diluted nitric acid. So barium chloride has barium 2 plus and 2 of Cl minus. In the separated sample, we have sulfate, iron 3 plus and copper 2 plus. When we add in barium chloride, we add in barium 2 plus and chloride. So you know that opposite charges make a compound. Same charges never make a compound. So negative charges? No. Positive, no. So we have to take what will happen here is when adding barium chloride. Barium chloride contains barium 2 plus. So it makes a compound with sulfate. So the only one observation can be seen here is making precipitate. That precipitate is barium sulfate. We add in excess amount of barium chloride. Why we need to add excess amount? Right? In 25 cubic centimeters of the solution, we have fixed amount sulfate. To get the over sulfate to the precipitate, we have to add excess amount of barium chloride. Right? When we add in excess barium chloride, sulfate will be the limiting region. So all sulfate get precipitated with barium 2 plus. And the other thing, why we need to add diluted nitric acid, right? Without dissolving barium sulfate, all sulfate should be taken as a precipitate. Barium sulfate does not dissolve in diluted nitric acid. That's why diluted nitric acid added here. So the barium sulfate is formed, the mass compound name as X, the mass of the compound given as 0.1864 grams. Okay, guys. So here is the initial sample containing 1.000 grams, containing copper 2 sulfide and iron 2 sulfide. Copper 2 sulfide formed by copper 2 plus and sulfide ion. Iron 2 sulfide formed by iron 2 plus and sulfide. When we take in the first reaction is taken with the concentrated nitric acid, right? Heated with the concentrated nitric acid, all sulfide converted to sulfate, all 9,2 plus converted to iron 3 plus. And it remained copper 2 plus. You know the reason why copper 2 plus not oxidized here. Then total volume taken as 250 cubic centimeters by adding distilled water. 25 cubic centimeters separated here. And excess barium chloride, the nitric acid was added here as refined barium chloride. So the barium chloride contains barium 2 plus and 2Cl minus. There is only one which can be reacted with barium 2 plus, that is sulfate. Sulfate in 25 cubic centimeters get precipitated with barium sulfate, right? Barium 2 plus as barium sulfate. So the mass of the dry sample was 0.1864 grams. Now you know that what? From the mass of this sample, you can take the moles of sulfate. If you know the moles of sulfate, you can get the moles of total sulfate here. Total sulfide means the sulfide given by both 2 sulfide and iron 2 sulfide. Here you can calculate the mass percentage of sulfur. Then read the next one. Another 25 cubic centimeter portion of S was certified with sulfuric acid. Another 25 cubic centimeters of the sample separated. Still this 25 cubic centimeter sample containing what kind of an ions? Same as initial S solution, that is sulfate, iron 2 plus, 3 plus and copper 2 plus. Then acidified sulfuric was acidified with the sulfuric acid and excess 5% potassium iodide solution was added. Again, excess amount of acidified potassium iodide. And same reason as the previous one, why we need to add excess amount to get the total amount of the 25 cubic centimeters. When we take in the reaction with potassium iodide, we can calculate the total amount of the in the solution. Then it says the liberated iodine was titrated with 0.04. Liberated iodine. Which compound gives the iodine? Here, see, potassium iodide formed by potassium plus and I minus. So I minus converted to I2. Liberated I2. I minus goes to I2 means minus 1 goes to 0. That is oxidation. Increased positivity we call oxidation from minus 1 and 0. 0 occurs greater positivity than minus 1. So that is oxidation. When I minus converts to I2, the component here can be reduced. Copper 2 plus can be reduced to copper plus. Because as I explained, two oxidation numbers, copper plus and copper 2 plus, so plus can reduce to copper plus. Iron has two oxidation numbers, iron 2 plus and iron 3 plus. So now iron in its highest oxidation state, iron 3 can convert to iron 2. Then what happened to sulfate? Sulfur in sulfate has plus 6 oxidation number, plus 6. So sulfur can reduce. But the problem is when it's reducing, it should take electron. Already sulfur is a bulky group. It covered by large electron cloud like this. Therefore, sulfur cannot reduce because of the highest electronegative element oxygens. Right? So sulfur covered by large electron cloud here is. That's why sulfur not going to reduce. If we want to reduce the sulfur in sulfate, we have to use the electrolysis method. Therefore, sulfate not change. Here I2 form because of the I2 form here because of 3% copper 2 plus. So after the reaction here, we have I2 plus and Fe2 plus and sulfate 2. Is so for 2 grades. Then the next is titration taken place with thiosulfate S2O32 minus 0.0 concentration given 0.0400 moles per decimeters. Required volume was 20.00 cubic centimeters. At the end of the titration, the white precipitate Y settle on the bottom of the titration flask. So what is the white precipitate can be formed here? Now we have after the titration, I2 again converts to I minus. Now we have I minus, copper plus, iron 2 plus, and sulfate. So the white precipitate formed here is copper 1 iodide. Copper 1 iodide. You should remember that. Copper 1 iodide is white precipitate. White precipitate. So it named as white and the mass was 0.0381 gram. 0.0381 gram. So by taking these informations, you can calculate mass percentages of iron, copper and sulfur. In the first pathway, you can get the sulfur. In the second pathway, right, because of the added potassium iodide, 2 of cations reduce. Therefore, total I2 formed here is because of the total amount of iron 3 plus and copper 2 plus in 25 cubic centimeters. So after forming I2, to get the total amount of I2 formed here, another titration taken with the thiosulfate. During this titration, I2 formed here again converted to I minus, S2O32 minus get converted to S4O62 minus. So now we have I minus and copper plus. by taking the reaction, by the reaction in between copper plus and iron, make another precipitate, that is the white precipitate, we call copper 1 iodide. The total mass is 0.0381 gram. So the question is really simple, right? Question read करके निकाल जानना हमारे अन्य का बड़ा करो मतलब ये ना प्रश्न आपको ये किया वगैरह अम्मा मेरा के फ्लो चार्ट आपने मेरा के फ्लो का क्या जानना है मुकाबले में नहीं किया वो लोटा जानने हैं और क्वेश्चन का धीरे धीरे पोते सेंटेंस के क्वेश्चन का लिहा करने राइट एक सिंपल करना पड़वा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड पाके तना देखता एक सिंपल करना एक क्वेश्चन का सिंपल करना राइट दर ना में की वो आगे उत्तर का सिंपल करना दाने के analytic वहां पर से right by extension their valences we can predict what will the compounds form during the reactions नहीं अपने कितना अन्य पुलवा when I minus goes to I2 what happened here is oxidation when I minus goes to I2 there should be another component that can be reduced so select the compound select the ion which can reduce here is. Ito kote ebagi podi devalali putala prashna liha gonu. Right. Putala meke andaganna puluwa mama isella screenshot kara question meka putala video එක බලන අතරතුර question එක ලියා ගන්න පුතාලට පුළුවන් නිසා තමයි මම එකට time දුන්නේ නැත්තේ. Right. So first question asked here is identify x and y. So what is the x? X is barium sulfate. Y is copper 1 iodide. Right, copper 1 iodide. The second one, write balance ionic reaction for the reactions occur during the Bohr process. So I take this one as step 1. This is my first step. And this one is second step, step 2. This one is step 3. Extension is step 4. Combination of copper 1 iodide is step 5. So we have 5 steps. The other thing you should remember when we add in concentrated acid, like if you add concentrated nitric acid, nitrate reduced to nitrogen dioxide. Oxidation number of the nitrogen here is plus 5. So by forming nitrogen dioxide, it forms plus 4. It reduces. When you use concentrated sulfuric acid, concentrated, not dilute solutions, concentrated sulfuric acid, sulfate can reduce to sulfur dioxide. Remember that too. Right. In this step 1, write the reaction with me, guys. Iron 2 plus in the sample reacted with nitrate ion in acidic media. So I told you that Fe2 plus in the question given Fe2 plus goes to Fe3 plus. And I explained that concentrated nitrate converts to nitrogen dioxide in NO2 gas. NO2 gas. So without writing half reactions, simply you can balance this. Here oxidation number plus 2. Here plus 3, difference is 1. Here plus 5, here plus 4, the difference is 1. 1 get cancelled. So here 3 of oxygen to balance the oxygen add 1 water molecule to right side. Then there is a 2 hydrogen balance 2 H pluses. When you write in chemical reactions, please add physical states. And the second one, sulfide. S2 minus react with NO3 minus in acidic medium. Sulfide forms sulfate. NO3 minus form in NO2. Here minus 2, here plus 6. Difference is 8. Here plus 4. Sorry, here plus 5. Here plus 4, the difference is 1. So exchange, this 8 goes to balance to production reaction. So here 8 times 3, 24. 8 times 2, 16, 4, 20, add 4H2O liquid, then add H plus by adding 8H plus to the reactor side. Then reaction takes place in step 2. Step 2, barium 2 plus in barium chloride react with sulfate to form barium sulfate precipitate. Right, putana particle liagin keluar mangartika karena dia liagin niatnya. Right, mangartika erase karena putala metika liagin nagama. Board diki demati. Right, next step 3. Step 3. I minus in potassium iodide react with copper 2 plus. I minus Mi2 copper 2 plus form copper plus. So here minus 1 into 2. Here 0 into 2. Before we balance in oxygen, hydrogen and electrons, first we need to balance the oxidize or reduce element or. That's why I multiply this by 2. So the difference is 2. Already this one has 2. Here plus 2. Here plus 1. Difference is 1. Then this 2 used to balance the copper. Then I minus react with iron 3 plus. Again I minus goes to I2. Iron 3 goes to iron 2. So again minus 1 into 2, 0 into 2, difference is 2. Here plus 3, here plus 2, difference is 1. Then this 2 used to balance the iron. So all these 5 reactions are balanced now. Then the step 4, reaction with thiosulfate and I2. I erase this part. S2O32 minus react with I2 with the experience you know that formed during the reaction here. S4O62 minus and 2I minus. The final reaction in step 5 is copper plus react with formed I minus to form copper 1 iodide. So these are the reactions. These are the reactions take place. In the first, I list all the reaction here. In the first, iron 2 plus react with NO3 minus in acidic medium. Form iron 3 plus plus NO2 gas plus water. Here 4, H plus. Here 8. Sulfide reacted with 8 NO3 minus in acidic medium to form sulfate plus NO2 gas plus H2O liquid. So here's the first reactions we have. Here 3, 2, 1. So you need to add 2. Right? The second one is sulfide. NO3 minus H plus 8H plus 8 NO2 and 4H2O. Then barium 2 plus react with SO42 minus giving barium sulfate precipitate. Harine putala oy ටික තමයි තියෙන්න ඕන. නේ? This right. Next, udatiyan dekat mam metam liya ganna magi pass water 2 iron 3 reactor with 2I minus to give 2Fe2 plus plus 1I2. 2 of copper 2 plus reacted with 2 of I minus forming 2 copper 1 plus 1I2. So this is the my first reaction, second reaction, third, here, fourth reaction, fifth reaction. I take this one, 7, 6, and 7. Hurry to the stoichiometric ratio. Hurry to ini gana hadi. Aadin patan gani. Sarpati ko yaad aata na. Hurry ne dah. Malaysia pute. Shri kitan ne. Right here. In the second reaction, all sulfide formed here converted to sulfate. All sulfate formed here reacted with barium 2 plus to form barium sulfate. Therefore, 1 moles of barium sulfate gives 1 moles of sulfate. We need sulfate. So all sulfate reacted here given by 1 of sulfide. So when you write in stoichiometric ratio here, 1 moles of barium sulfate given by 1 moles of sulfate. 1 moles of sulfate, here 1, here 1, 1. Given by 1 moles of sulfide. Sulfide, Malaysia. So when you have mass, have you got the moles? From mass of barium sulfate, you can take moles of barium sulfate. By adding moles equals mass over molecular mass, but don't write equations given here, right? Without writing equations, you can simply substitute the data to get the answers. Then when you know the number of moles of barium sulfate, stoichiometric ratio, direct you can get the number of moles of sulfate. When you know the mass of sulfur percentage. Simple. So as the first step, take the molecular mass of barium sulfate. Barium 137, sulfur 32, oxygen 16 into 4. Close bracket, write the units. Grams per mole, here 233 grams per mole. Then take the moles. Therefore, number of moles of barium sulfate. So the mass was 0.1864 grams divided by molecular mass 233 grams per mole. So the number of moles here 0.0008 moles. 0.0008 moles. Therefore, number of moles of sulfide in 25 cubic centimeters. In 25 cubic centimeters, say moles. 0.0008 moles. Because stoichiometric ratio here is 1:1. 1:1. Total sulfate in 25 cubic centimeters was precipitated as barium sulfate. Therefore, number of moles of sulfur or sulfide in 250 cubic centimeters equals if 25.00 cubic centimeters has 0.0008 moles, then the total moles in 250 cubic centimeters. 0.008 moles. This one same as sulfur moles. Sulfur moles. Therefore, sulfur, mass of sulfur equals 0.008 moles into 32 grams per mole. Per moles mass get cancelled. So the final answer 0.256 grams. So when you read the question here, the total mass of the sample given with 1.000 grams. But they give to the 3 decimals. You should keep the final answer into the 3 decimals. If someone guys take the answer only for the first decimal, final answer will be incorrect. Right? And if someone give the answer for the 2 decimals as 0.25, again answer as some error. Therefore, by giving the initial mass of the samples into the 3 decimals, they tell you to get the final answer to the 3 decimals. So here's the sulfur mass. So you can get the mass percentage. This mass containing 1.000 grams. If 1.000 grams contains 0.256 grams, so the mass percentage in 25.60. This is the mass percentage of sulfur. Right? Simple, really simple way to get the final answer. Right? It's really simple. Right. एक मतलब यहाँ का पुताला मैं कहा था ना इमा दे तुम पारा खादांडा मुझे barium sulfate copper 1 iodide किला क्या नहीं पेशेंस वाला नेटुआ में barium है. Right? एक पेपर का करतो मैं देंगे नेटुआ में बैर मैं देना निवारण वाकी इन्ना इसे पुताला देना गांडोरी मैं वहाँ कर लो और मांग के वो आगे पेशेंस करला प्रैक्टिस करते हैं मैं वो बढ़ जाऊँ. Right. Next, what we can do? We can get the again mass of copper only, right? After getting sulfur percentage, then you can calculate the moles of copper 1 iodide. Why? There's a only way to calculate copper percentage, right? Percentage. Here, copper 1 iodide mass given. So when you know the mass of copper 1 iodide, here, you can get the copper 2 plus. Copper 2 plus during the reaction with I minus and copper 2 plus. Number of iodide equals to number of moles of copper. Number of moles of copper 1 same as here. Number of moles of copper 2. From this pathway, you can get the mass percentage of not only that. When you know the moles of copper plus, when you know the moles of copper plus, in the other way you can get the total moles of I2 and copper 2 plus. यहाँ पे मैं copper 2 plus होया गान को आपके copper 2 plus होया गान को लो it was a iron J plus होता है मतलब ये गाने iron percentage है iron में कितना नहीं हुआ हम लोग है iron में क्या ना copper एक कप तक मतलब है ये मैं तो अभी reactions देखा क्या कवर है लाने नहीं कवर नहीं ये ना आप गान में मुकाते copper टिके में तेरी कोई आगा था एना पुताला टकाने पुला copper निशा है दिच्छा I2 moles of I2 formed by copper 2 plus. If you know the moles of I2 formed by copper 2 plus and with I2 formed here the saturation value, you can get the difference between these two to get the total I2 formed here because of iron J plus. अपने एक अलग कंटिन्यू right in among the number of moles of copper 2 plus from that moles of copper 1 then moles of copper 2 from that we can get the mass of copper. If you know the moles of copper 2 you can get the moles of I2 that reacted with copper 2 plus then moles of I2 reacted with iron 3. If you know that, you can get the mass of iron. Right. So, number of, before that, molecular mass of 1. 63.5 plus 127 grams per moles, 190.5 grams per moles. Therefore, moles of copper 1 iodide equals the given value, given mass was 0.0381 grams divided by 190.5 grams per mole. So the calculated value is 0.0002 moles. So from this stoichiometric ratio, therefore number of moles of copper in 25 cubic centimeters copper plus 0.0002 moles. Therefore, number of moles of copper 2 plus in 250 cubic centimeters. If 25.00 cubic centimeters has 0.0002 moles in 250 cubic centimeters. 0.002 moles. Therefore, mass of copper 0.002 moles multiplied by 63.5 grams per moles, 0.127 grams. Then copper mass percentage 1.000 grams contain 0.127 grams in 100. 12.70 percentage. That is the mass percentage of copper. Gana hariga liyagan putala, liyagana gana hadanna. Right? Attarina ba sulu khale neda. We are really tough period of time. So when you practice, right, A-level exam means just practicing questions, right? If you can practice more questions, it's really helpful to face a A-level exam without any doubts. So now we know number of moles of copper 2 plus iron in 25 cubic centimeters, that is 0.002 moles. Right? This value need to calculate the moles of iron 3 plus. Okay, guys, I release the board. මේ උඩේ ගිහලා කප්පා තෝරන්නේ පුතේ. ඒ ටිකක් මම අයින් කරන්නම්කෝ. මේ ටික ඕනේ නැහැ මට. මේ මොනිත් නැහැ නේද? කියලා මොනිත් නෙමෙයි. Now you know the 2 plus moles. Here 0.0002 moles. You can say according to stoichiometric ratio, 2 moles of copper 2 plus gives 1 moles of I2. 2 moles of copper 2 plus. Here's 1 moles of I2. So here, if we have 0.0002 moles of copper 2 plus, it will give 0.0001 moles of I2. By this reaction, you can get the total amount of I2 reactor. So 0.0400 moles per decimeters. Pure sulfate in 20.00 cubic centimeters. Equals 0.0400 moles per decimeters multiplied by 20 cubic centimeters. Please substitute with the correct units. Divide by 1000. 0.0008 moles. So according to stoichiometric ratio here, state reacted with 1 moles of I2. Therefore, total moles of I2 formed is half of this. Zero point zero 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 four. So now we know the total 0.0004 moles of I2. Up then total and I2 formed by copper 2 plus also known value. So you can see here is when you take the difference between these two is the amount of I2 formed by copper, sorry, iron 3 plus. When you take the difference between 0.0004 and 0.0001 gives the total amount of I2 formed by iron 3 plus. Right? Iron 3 plus. 2 moles of iron 3 plus reacted with 1 moles of this 1 moles of I2. Therefore, number of moles of I2 formed by iron 3 is the difference between total and moles of I2 formed by copper. Here 0.0003 moles. It's saying it is now their name. Right? Therefore, iron moles is 2 of 1 to 2 is 0.0003 moles into 2, 0.0006 moles. Therefore, moles of iron 2 plus in 250 cubic centimeters. If 25 cubic centimeters has 0.006 moles, so the moles in 250. 0.006 moles. Therefore, mass of iron 0.006 moles into 56 grams per moles will cancel, and final answer will be 0.186 grams. 0.186 grams. Yes, sorry. 6 into 6, 36, 3 remains, 6 into 5, 33. 0.336 grams. So the mass percentage 0.336 grams over 1.00 grams into 100, so 33.60. Mass percentage will be 33.60. These are the answers, right? Mass percentage of each. 2 cations and 1 anion. Make it very difficult, it will be confused and complicated. But when you do practices 2-3 times practices, so you can get a clear understand what has happened here is. A-level exam के लिए practice करने का. Theory को बोलो दाना, right? Theory के वितराक देना करता है. A-level exam के लिए ना bad. उतारला practice का इतना करता देवा theory points को में कतो करला. A-level पे कटा कोच्चर होंगे ती smart ती रोगुलो answers दिए ना वादा. You can get more marks. Therefore, please do so, right? do so many questions. Right? You can do. Questions right? Please do the past papers. Refer the mark scheme and do the question. Refer the mark scheme and do the question. Question ne ka balabala mark schemes balabala किसी प्रश्न में right practice right patients practice a knowledge practice experience exam के මේ වගේ questions දැක්කහම පුතලට ඒක සෑහෙන සතුටු හිතේ ඒ වෙලාවට relax mind එකෙන් paper එක ලියන්න පුළුවන්. එතකොට මේක තමයි මගේ first question එක. ඔයාලට ඕන දේවල් තියෙනවා නම් මට ගන්න. theory points හරි තව questions මොන වගේ questions ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ඕනි කියලා right video series එක upload කරන්න බලාගෙන ඉන්නවා. බලමු කරන්න blog print එක කරන්න. මේ ඔක්කොම කරන්නේ 12 පුතලගේ level exam එකේ ලකුණු right මොකද මේක turning point එක right ඔයාලගේ turning point එක. ඉතින් ඒ turning point එක හරියට face කරන්න success විදියට ඒක finish කරන්න support එකක් විදියට තමයි තියෙන්නේ. ඒකට අපි නිකන් just හිතුවොත් if you have 2 weeks more right more than 2 weeks right සතියේ වඩා උමත් තියෙනවනේ පුතාලට but ඔයාලා සතිය දෙකක් කියලා හිතුවොත් ඔයාලට තව ලකුණු එකතු කරගන්න උඩාක් දේවල් තියෙනවා right add 1 mark right එක ලකුණක් right එක ලකුණක් එකතු කරගන්න. එක දවසකට එක ලකුණක් ගන්න එකතු කරගත්තොත් අපිට පුතාලා දවස් 20ක් තියෙනවා කියලා. 15ක් තියෙන දවස් 5ක් උත්සාහ කරලා ලකුණු 15ක් එකතු කරගන්න කියලා. හරිම simple right කරන්න ඕනේ කම්මැලිකම් පැත්තකින් තියන්න. right confidence level එකේ නෑ මම මේක වින් කරනවා මේ game එක මම අත්තරේ නේ එළුවෙ කියන්නේ game එකක් නේ. ඊළඟ exam කියන්නේ game එකක්. මම මේක ගොඩ දානවා මම මේක ඉවර කරනවා මම මෙච්චර දවසක් මහන්සි වුණා right මම මේක වැඩේ ගොඩ දාලා නතර වෙන්න කියලා මේ දවස් ටිකට උපරිම මහන්සි වෙන්න පුතාලට වැඩ කරන්න ඕනර් ඩ්‍රයිව් ස්ට්‍රෙස් වෙන්න එපා right ඕනර් ඩ්‍රයිව් ස්ට්‍රෙස් වුණොත් මේක කරගන්න බැරි පුතාලට හරි රිලැක්ස් මයින්ඩ් එකේ කරගන්න කම්පියුටර් එකේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ පාඩම් ස්කූල් ගියා ක්ලාස් ගියා වැඩ කරා සෑහෙන වැඩ කළා දෙන්නේ දැන් ටික මාක් කරගන්න පොලිෂ් කරගන්න විතරයි මේ පොලිෂ් කරගන්න තියෙන පුතේ දන්න දේවල් එකතු කරලා questions කරන්න පුළුවන් තරම් questions කරන්න right මම හිතනවා මේක ඔයගොල්ලන්ට support එකක් වෙන්නේ නැති කියලා අපි බලමු තව ඉස්සරහට questions ටිකක් දාමු theory මොකද ගොඩක් දරුවෝ theory දැන් දන්නවා theory දන්න නිසා මම theory පැත්තට යන්න නැතුව questions ටිකක් කරන්න ඕනේ කියලා හිතුවේ එතකොට පොඩ්ඩක් පුතාලට practice වෙන්න පුළුවන් සහ theory හොඳට පාඩම් කරලා ඉන්න දරුවන්ටත් ඒක ගොඩක් helpful වෙයි plus theory ටික එච්චර ලොකුට අල්ලගන්න නැති දුර පුතාලට මෙතනම theory points අල්ලගන්න පුළුවන් මොකද මම කීපයක් මේක explain කරා මේ මේවා access දාන්නේ concentrated nitric දාන්නේ diluted nitric දාන්නේ කොහොමද හැදෙන compound එක guess කරන්නේ ඒ වගේම මම පොඩි tips වගේක් කියලා දුන්නේ ඒ ටිකක් අල්ලගෙන බැටි කරමු මහන්සි වෙන පාඩම් කරන්න විශ්වාස කරන්න තමන්ව right පුතාලා මහන්සි හරි කමන්නේ දැන් මහන්සි තමයි ඔයාලට හැබැයි තව චුට්ටයි තියෙන්නේ දිනන්න පුළුවන් ඉතින් වැඩ කරන්න පුතාලට ඕන විදියට ඉංග්‍රීසි නම් ඉංග්‍රීසි සිංහලෙන් නම් සිංහලෙන් ඕන විදියට මෙසේජ් එක දාන්න එහෙම ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ මගේ WhatsApp නම්බර් එක මම දෙන්නම් පුතාලට questions තියෙනවා නම් ඉවන්න 0710171471 මෙන්න මේ නම්බර් එකට පුතාලට මෙසේජ් කරන්න පුළුවන් මෙසේජ් කරලා questions අහන්න කිසි ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ කරන්න පුළුවන් පරිම මම කරන්නම් right ඔයාලගේ ජීවිතේ වෙනුවෙන් right අපේ ජීවිතේ නෙවෙයි පුතේ අපේ යුනිවර්සිටි ගිහින් ඉවරයි අපි ඩියරන් ඉවරයි අපිට ඕන තරම් අපි හදාගෙන ඉවරයි right පුතාලා තමයි දැන් එතනට එන්න ඕනේ අපි යන්න ඉස්සරහට යන්න අපි වයසට යන පැත්තට එන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ තමයි මේවා අපිට ප්‍රදේශයට පෙළගෙන යන්න ඕනේ හැබැයි හරි විදිහට ඒක නිසා ඉගෙන ගන්න කරන්න උපරිම සපෝට් එක දෙන්න පාඩම් කරන මහස් වෙන්න බැරි දේවල් අහගන්න අත්තරින් පුළුවන් මේ මොහොතේ right මේක අත්තරින් පුළුවන් ගේම් එකක් නෙවෙයි මේ ගේම් එකේ ගොඩාක් දුර ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා ගොඩාක් දුර ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා මේ ගේම් සිග්නල් ඩ්‍රොප් වෙලා මේක ඩක්ලොක් අවුට් නා right මම පුතාලට කියේ තමන් විශ්වාස කරා තමන් වැඩ කරන විවේචනයේ ගොඩක් දේවල් කටි කියයි ඒවා සතුටකට ගන්න එපා තමන් වැඩේ තමන් හරියට කරගන්න ජීවිතේ දිනන්න තව චුට්ටයි තියෙන්නේ යන්නේ right sumpatana we will meet again with the new questions thank you very much